Hello and welcome back to Easy English Stories. I'm your host, Oliver, and today we are starting an exciting two-part adventure high above the clouds. We are going to climb a mountain, and in the first part, we'll experience and face the challenges of ascent. So climbing, going up the mountain, and we will find a mystery at the top. Get ready to feel the wind and see the amazing views. But before we begin our climb, here are 5 key words to listen out for. The first is summit. Summit. This is the highest point of a mountain. The second is gear. Gear. This is the equipment needed for a particular activity, like climbing. The third word is route. Route. And this is a way or course taken in getting from a starting point to a destination, to an end point. The fourth word today is exhausted. Exhausted. And that means very tired. And our final key focus word today is mystery. Mystery. That is something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. Okay, let's get into today's story. If you're new, listen out for these words. I read the story in slow and clear English. And make sure, if you are new, that you've followed or subscribed to the podcast for more episodes. It really helps to promote our podcast. Let's read The Summit's Secret, Part 1. Liam had dreamed of climbing Mount Cinder ever since he was a small boy. It wasn't the highest mountain in the world, but its summit was always covered in a mysterious mist, and local stories said it held a secret. This summer, Liam finally felt ready. He had trained for months, building his strength and learning about mountains. He carefully checked his gear: sturdy boots, a warm jacket, a strong rope, and a map. His friend Maya, a more experienced climber, was joining him. "Ready for the challenge, Liam?" she asked, a smile on her face. "As I'll ever be," Liam replied, feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. They started their climb in the early morning. The first part of the route was a gentle path through a forest. Birds sang and the air was fresh and cool. After a few hours, the trees became fewer and the path grew steeper. They had to climb over rocks and use their hands to pull themselves up. The wind began to blow harder as they got higher. Clouds moved quickly around them, sometimes hiding the path, sometimes opening up to show a breathtaking view of the valleys below. Liam felt his muscles ache, and he started to feel exhausted. "Just a little further, Liam," Maya encouraged him. "The summit is close." He looked up. Through a break in the mist, he could see the very top, a small, rocky peak. He took a deep breath and pushed on, one step at a time. Finally, after hours of climbing, they reached the summit. The wind was strong, but the view was incredible. They were above the clouds, and the sun shone brightly on them. It was an amazing achievement. But then Liam saw it. Not a hidden treasure or a magical creature, but something else. Half buried in the rocks, almost completely covered by small stones, was a small, old wooden box. It looked very old and was tightly shut. "Maya, look," Liam said, pointing. "What do you think this is?" Maya carefully moved some of the stones away. The box was heavy and had a strange, faded symbol carved onto its lid. It didn't look like anything from their maps or any climbing gear that she knew. The mist began to roll in again, making the discovery even more mysterious. "I don't know, Liam," Maya said, her voice thoughtful, "but it looks like the mountain has a new mystery for us." What could be inside the mysterious box? And what secret does Mount Cinder truly hold? Join us next time for part 2 of the summit's secret to find out. And don't forget to follow or subscribe to Easy English Stories for more adventures. And rate the podcast 5 stars. It really helps to promote us to new listeners and grow the show. And if you would like to learn about English with short stories, so learning English phrasal verbs through short stories, check out my book in the link in the description below, where you will learn useful phrasal verbs through short stories in English. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.